Right, also rise for High King Lycos, Lord of Sartorios, Master Sorcerer, and Protector of the Realm. Long may he reign.
All right, my lords and ladies, you may be seated.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I just picked up my chair. Okay, so, my lords and ladies, we have come here today to discuss the rules of the realm, the laws that we have put into place. It has been previously discussed that the flying foxes of the Arctic, the wyverns of the trenches, the rock drakes of the lava fields, and the basilisks of the highlands are dangerous and illegal creatures to own. They must be raised from eggs provided by the royal hatchery. Is everybody in
Yes.
agreement to this?
Raise your hands if you agree.
I agree. I don't
I
want to
agree.
get jumped in here.
All right. These royal hatchery prizes will be given upon completion of our top events, our hardest level and tier events, dungeon crawls, and other quests and or missions sent by the king or other lords and ladies of the realm.
I agree.
Wait, what?
So anybody owning or receiving those eggs, raising those animals, must receive them from the lords and ladies of the
Oh,
realm,
okay.
and or receive them as a prize for one of the top events, dungeon crawls, quests, and missions.
Okay. I
If
agree.
anybody is found with such a creature illegally, a bounty will be placed on them and their tribe until the creature's skin has been brought to the king.
Hmm.
Yes.
If
We are in
havoc
agreement.
Good. If havoc is wrought in the name of or in the king's realm with such creatures, those creatures will be hunted down by the king himself, and any violators of such acts will be placed into the leech pit.
Well, that's where you come in, Igor. The Royal Executioner.
Yes.
All
So,
right, everyone is in agreement on these rules. Are there any other laws that would like to be brought forth to the table?
yes, my king, if I have a question.
Go forth.
So, for the rule of this land, it's basically when another may join us, it will take about a month before he has the right to own any land. True?
Agreed. If they should want to claim a kingdom lands in the name of the king, they may do so after a month of playing and showing good faith for the well-being of the kingdom, of course.
Yes. And meanwhile, they are allowed to seek haven amongst other kingdoms for themselves, which they cannot be touched.
Agreed. Kingdoms in which they have good standing and alliances with, they will have fair trade and travel through each other's lands.
Hmm.
As they are one of the kingdoms under the rule of the High King, they would be accepted and considered a communal area. Any acts of treason may result in a war of tribe to tribe or house to house, and in such matters, the king will be involved from a judiciary and economical standpoint, but will not get involved into the actual warring of the
Yes.
tribe.
And of course, the new lords and ladies that will join us, when they seek haven by kingdoms, they are safe, but once they leave to get their own lands, they're not no longer more safe in those kingdoms, just like everybody else's.
Can you repeat that, my lord, please?
Okay, let me just talk in the common tongue, how they call it. So basically, when people join this world, they are allowed to to seek haven amongst other kingdoms that are already existing. Once they seek haven at such kingdom, they will be free of prosecution and punishments, so they cannot be harmed. But once they get their lands and their title, they are no longer they are no longer safe in those havens because they have their own lands and safety of their own castle.
Okay, I see what
You mean? Yeah.
you mean. Travelers who are under the protection of a certain kingdom are only under that protection while in their lands.
Yeah, well, they're indeed.
Correct.
So nobody
Okay.
can like abuse it.
Of course, yeah. Absolutely.
Yes. Did you talk to the new lord that has joined our land?
I have. I explained the illegal species to our newcomer. He is the tribe leader of the wildlings. They will likely be somewhere along the borders of the ice regions.
Hmm. How many? How many people?
There are 3, maybe 4, he said, as we spoke today. I
Have fun.
provided with his starter steed, and he has been on his way. I have yet to check up on his progress, but he seems to be a kind, gentle fellow, and his tribe is very experienced. They know what they're doing, and they also they know a lot about breeding. So they're very interested in breeding some good dinos, and may be willing to sell some to the other tribes,
Hmm.
which would create a good economy for
How interesting.
for livestock. Yes. So
Final word,
on
my king.
note, on yes, what was that?
As we know, there are creatures that are living amongst us, which aren't too dangerous. They can be tamed, but nobody in these lands can craft their so-called saddles except for us. So they are able to buy those from us, but how much
Correct.
should we ask for the price? Which I would very much like to give the rights to you, Your Grace.
Absolutely. A pricing system should be implemented. Thank you, my lord. So, as we all know, the common currency of the realm is crystal. This can be obtained anywhere throughout the realm in all biomes and regions. It is pretty plentiful, and I think that that's a pretty solid currency. It weighs the same as smelted metal, and the ingots take a little more time to get together. So
Hmm.
I think the crystal is often also found if they really want to harvest a lot in dangerous places. So I think it's an effective balance for
Hmm.
our currency system.
Crap, we should have
I
asked steel
do.
ingots.
The High King does have a vault room with also gems, I believe, of blue and green variety. These will be special currencies that I will distribute as like event prizes and things, smaller prizes for the earlier challenges and stuff. And these will hold a lot more weight. I haven't, which is funny because they are very heavy, but I I
Good
have
one,
not
Your Grace.
thank you, thank you.
Clap, Igor, clap.
Igor!
So I I do um, I do plan on introducing some higher level value currencies into the realm as time goes on, but crystal being the base. I would say to keep things simple, we do have everybody here does in this realm does have a special ability of extra weight capacity and carrying. So I do not believe that crystal things bought with crystal should be too cheap. However, let's say someone needed a saddle for, give me an example. Let's say a gotcha. Okay.
Hmm.
If they were, depending on the crafter, it may be up to them, but I would say implement like a simple, like 500 crystal for just about a, any primitive saddle for something that's not a high tier dangerous creature, etc. So I would say use good judgment, but keep it cheap for the primitives and especially for the more harmless creatures.
Yeah, for example, like the gotcha is like not really dangerous creature, so like would be cheap. Like what's it called, like 500 crystal
Yeah, and
or
then if you want to
thousand.
bump it up to if they're like, can I get a mastercraft? You know what I mean? I would say gauge up your prices from there, and I believe you all have good judgment in how to do
Yeah,
so.
like for example, like the snow owl, they will probably be more expensive, like maybe like 5,000 crystal or whatever, like something crazy.
Yeah, especially for a good one. Yeah, but like
And then
maybe
for like a
1,000.
higher tier saddle, which is just higher and higher and higher. So,
Yeah, so maybe just like 1,000 for a primitive snow owl, for example, because it is more of a predator
hmm.
creature, has some advantages in the PvP. So just kind of balance it. But I don't want it to be too obscene of pricing where it seems outrageous. I want it to be worth someone. If someone tamed a snow owl, they want to get their snow owl saddle stat. You know.
I think
So-
one of the more important questions is like, are some of the crystal that you'll be able to get it, are they blocked off? Like the crystal mines? Or are they still
No,
all
I-
accessible?
I have not created the crystal mine, the royal mines. I have left all mining operations open at this time.
You should probably look
Um,
into those very soon.
Correct. The a lot of the major crystal centric areas within some caves are actually like important caving areas, and I did not want to necessarily block all of them off.
Well, you can like,
Where's table dancing?
you could block them not off fully, but more like if they want to access them, you could ask for like taxes and stuff, maybe.
Correct. Yeah. So, if anybody in their explorations finds a good mining spot, please let the king know so I may initiate mining operations and a close off of such sections.
Very well.
And you will receive a reward for notifying the king of such a mineral thing.
Yes.
All right. Does anybody have any other topics to bring to the meeting?
Igor, do you want to say something?
No.
Okay. he's shy.
Lady of the Savannahs.
Nope.
All right. Then on that note, I would like to bring up one last point. Our newcomer as the beast breeders, the wildlings, they have requested a tweak to the time allotted between breeding for animals. Some of them are like 7 days or more. So with their time schedules like ours, it's not exactly conducive for the role play they would like to have. So,
Sorry,
It's not like a
Jinx.
burning
Chunky
thing.
died.
What?
I just saw in chat Chunky died.
Chucky! What the hell? What's happening?
oh, we have an emergency, everybody.
Where's my dino?
Oh my gosh, everything's fighting.
They like, Chucky!
No, my raptor too.
Oh my lord.
Where's Chunky?
No! Not
What
Chucky!
Where's
Bad,
Miss Ark?
bad bird.